Mr. Eric Fulford, and our two very special guest speakers, Mr. Jim Foley and Mr. John Murphy. Let's also hear for our all-male lineup of guests. We got Mr. Stevie Langdon, Mr. Jake Haller, Mr. Matt Steve, Mr. Dave Ramano, Mr. Mark Butler, and Mr. Roby Raymond. Let's hear it! And let's not forget about our good friend up in the booth on lights and sound, Mr. Zach Drummond. Let's not forget the good folks down at the Empire Loan who help fund this organization every month. And now let's hear it for the band. Yeah! Look out there down at Private Loan on trombone. Mr. Joe Potential on bass. And Mr. Johnny Cody on drums. And also let's hear it for the one other lady involved with this month's show, our irreplaceable stage manager, Miss Nikki Mariani. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, your host and director of the evening, sitting in the corner tickling the ivories, it's Mr. Keith Butler.
To see you all. So welcome to the Empire Revue All-Male Review Show, with two notable exceptions, the lovely and talented Pamela Murray on the trombone, and our very capable stage manager, Nikki Mariani, who cannot be replaced by man, woman, animal, or child. A couple things, a couple bits of business, just to let you know, this show begs the inevitable question, will there be an all-female review? Yes! The all-female review will be happening in March, so you don't want to miss that. That's going to be a good show. The other bit of business I want to just mention today, some of you guys may remember that back in May, I guess it was, some of the members of the Empire Review ran a half marathon. Well, today, we didn't run a half marathon. However, myself, Eric Fulford, Stuart Wilson, and Nikki Mariani ran the Grog and Dog Jog. Which is... everybody, it's a relay race. Everybody runs a mile and a quarter, and you eat a hot dog. And, like I said, the all-male review is going to be a typical Empire Review show, and just with all. What are you guys doing?
Guy stuff. Guy stuff.
Guy stuff. Trying to do my monologue. Alright, it's going to be, everything is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I guarantee there will be nothing, different about this show other than that it'll just be populated by me. Ow! Stop! I'm incredibly worried. None of this is in rehearsal. Anyway, it's going to be fine. We're going to have a great time. I know you're all going to love it, so don't even worry about it. Don't even. You don't have to wear them. Is that propane? Is that propane?
Do you remember what I told you? Do you remember what I told you would happen? We did an all-male review.
I do remember.
Was I wrong?
No, you were right. You were right.
You will rue the day you decided to do this. Mark my words. Keep months off.
It's going to be awesome. Are you ready? I would like to just make a brief and personal dedication of this show to the manliest man I ever met in my life. His name was Paul Tucker.
Yes!
Paul Tucker lived across the street from me. Paul Tucker was such a manly man that his usual breakfast consisted of eating a pound of thick-cut bacon and 6 bagels cut in half. Not shitting you. This is a guy who once, I was changing a tire in the pouring rain. I had never met him. I lived across the street from him for a couple of years, never met the guy, saw him outside. He had a yard full of junk and mean dogs. And I was changing a tire in the pouring rain, and the jack slipped it was a bumper jack, which don't use a bumper jack. It was a bumper jack, and the jack slipped, and the car went out, and I just grabbed the bumper like the Incredible Hulk, and I was just like standing there like frozen with the bumper, nothing happened. Never met the guy, and before I knew it, he had come around the other side of the car with a bumper jack, not kidding, like this tall. It was like for jacking up like an aircraft carrier. If you've ever seen a bumper jack, it's like a rod, you go like this with it. It was like a hunk of a banister, and he's just like, the car was like 8 feet off the ground. He changed the tire, didn't say anything, no introduction, patted me on the back when he was done, and he said, "Get yourself a scissor jack, kid." This is a man who was such a manly man that he had a secret room in his house that was filled with guns. The fire department would routinely come to his house because he heated his entire house with a wood stove that he usually poured old motor oil on to get it going better. And it would always be the same thing. The fire engine would show up, everybody would run in, and he would always come out of his yard with Paul with his arm around one of the firemen laughing. Next month, back again. This is a guy who was so manly he had 2 dogs. One dog, he came home one day, one dog had killed and eaten the other dog. This show is for Paul Tucker.